Welcome back to Grammar Grade 9. This is Unit 9, Lesson 66, and it's the last lesson of our usage glossary. Today we're clearing up 6 pairs of words that trip up almost everyone. Words that sound alike or look alike, but mean completely different things. Respectfully and respectively, stationary and stationary, whose and whose, your and your, than and then, and that little habit of adding at after where. Get these straight and your writing instantly looks more careful. Let's dig in. Let's start with a tricky pair that sounds almost the same, respectfully and respectively. Respectfully means with respect, in a polite, admiring way. She bowed respectfully to the judge. She bowed politely. Respectively is completely different. It means in the order given, each thing matched to another in turn. Gold and silver went to Mia and Ravi, respectively. That tells you Mia got the gold and Ravi got the silver, matched in the order I listed. So if you mean politely, it's respectfully. But if you're pairing things up in order, it's respectively. Next, a pair separated by a single letter. Stationary and stationary. Stationary, with an A, means not moving, standing still. The stationary bike never rolls forward. It stays in one place. Stationary, with an E, means writing paper, envelopes, note cards, letter paper. She wrote the letter on pretty stationery. Here's the trick that saves you every time. Stationery, the paper kind, is spelled with an E, just like envelope. So think E for envelope, and you will never mix these two up again. Now to a pair with an apostrophe, whose and whose. Whose, W-H-O-S-E, is possessive. It asks or tells which person something belongs to. Whose backpack is on my chair? You're asking who owns the backpack. Whose, spelled W-H-O''S, is a contraction. It's short for who is, or who has. Who's coming to the game tonight simply means who is coming. The apostrophe is your clue. It stands in for the missing letters in who is or who has. No apostrophe, and it's the possessive, whose. This next pair works just like the last one. Your, Y-O-U-R, is possessive. It shows that something belongs to you. Your jacket is by the front door. The jacket is yours. Your, with an apostrophe, is the contraction of you are. You're going to love this book means you are going to love it. Here's a quick test you can run anytime. Swap in you are. If you are fits the sentence, use the apostrophe version, your. If it doesn't fit, you want the possessive, your. Let's do a quick recap of a pair you may have met before. Than and then. Than, with an A, is for comparison. It's the word you use when two things are being weighed against each other. Summer is warmer than spring. Then, with an E, is about time or sequence, what comes next. We ate lunch, then we walked home. An easy memory hook. Compare uses than with an A and time uses then with an E. Comparison, than. Our last one isn't about spelling. It's a habit to drop. In casual speech, people often tack the word at onto the end of a where question. But here's the thing. Where already means in what place. Listen to this. Where is the library at? The word at is doing no work at all. It just repeats what where already told us. So we simply drop it. Where is the library? Cleaner and completely correct. Whenever you catch a where sentence ending in at, trim that extra at off the end, every time. Before we practice, let's boil today down to a quick check. First, when two words sound alike, like respectfully and respectively, or stationery and stationery, stop and ask which meaning you actually want. Second, remember what an apostrophe signals. It marks a contraction, like whose for who is, or your for you are. Third, no apostrophe means possessive. Whose and your simply show belonging. And one bonus habit, drop the word at after where. Keep those in mind and these confusing pairs get a lot easier. Let's try some. Now let's practice. In this first set, I'll give you a sentence with a blank, and you choose the right word from the two options. Pause the video and decide before I reveal the answer. The awards went to Anna, Beto, and Cruz, blank. Are we pairing these names up in an order, matching each one to something in turn? Yes, we're listing them in order, so we need the in order word. The answer is respectively. Please buy some blank so we can mail the invitations. We're talking about writing paper and envelopes here, not something standing still. Remember the trick, E for envelope. So the answer is stationery, spelled with an E. Blank turn is it to present next? Try swapping in whose turn is it? That's nonsense. We're really asking which person the turn belongs to. So this is possessive. The answer is whose, with no apostrophe. Nice work. This second set mixes in the rest of today's pairs. Same idea. Pick the word that fits, and keep an eye out for that where at habit. Pause and try each before I answer. I really think blank going to enjoy the trip. Test it with you are. You are going to enjoy the trip. That fits perfectly, so we want the contraction. The answer is your, with an apostrophe. Finish your homework and blank, you can relax. Is this a comparison, or is it about what happens next in time? It's clearly a sequence. First homework, then relaxing. So the answer is then, spelled with an E. Which sentence is correct? Where is my phone at? Or where is my phone? Remember, where already means in what place, so that extra at is just dead weight. The clean, correct version drops it. So the answer is the second one. Where's my phone? Let's gather up what we learned. Respectfully means with respect, while respectively means in the order given. Two very different jobs. An apostrophe marks a contraction. Whose is who is, and your is you are, while whose and your show belonging with no apostrophe at all. Stationery with an A means not moving, and stationery with an E is writing paper. Just think E for envelope. And whenever a question ends in where something is at, drop that extra at. Choose the word that truly says what you mean, and your writing gets sharper every time. That completes Unit 9. Really well done. I'll see you in the next lesson.